welcome back to the channel. Where the heck have I been? And why am I outside? Two very good questions, and the answers are, this is what the inside of my house looks like right now. Especially where I do my art in that little hallway. So I'm a little bit displaced right now, and that's fine. Just haven't had anywhere to make any art. But that doesn't stop the desire to want to create. So let me show you what I've been working on. I'm sorry about all the quality
Of voice and
lighting and camera. I don't have my regular setup. Thanks for coming back. Let's get into it. So sorry if some of you are getting Cloverfield flashbacks. I am holding the camera while I'm doing this, showing you my organs. These are all going to be stuffed. I sewed them off camera so that they would be ready to be stuffed. We all know how boring sewing can be, so I just wanted to get straight to the decorating part. And now that all of my organs have been sewn together, we can do that. I have one side with a pretty basic fabric on each one, and then the other side is like a textured fabric. These are some organs that didn't make it onto the shirt because there wasn't enough space. There's no room for intestines or bladders or anything like that. I thought I'd put intestines, but that's the lower one, not gonna fit. Last but not least, my beautiful purple stomach. All of these organs have a texture on one side, and the other side is a cheaper material, like a dollar store, just backing, and so I had to fray check all of the edges so that it doesn't come unfurled when I put them on the sweater. Since this was my first time ever using fray check, I didn't realize that when you put it on, it dries so hard you can't get a needle through it. Another lesson I learned is that it is impossible to turn something sewn right side out with only one hand while holding a camera. I'm gonna struggle with this for a minute, and then we'll just go off camera and flip it inside out. There she is. See, this texture is so silky soft, and there's the back to it. We have a valve that's gonna go on here after I stuff it. We gotta turn that valve right side in. What is that? Get off of there. I did this little valve in blue, because that's what color hearts are, red and blue. So let me just off camera flip this inside out, and then it'll be ready to attach like. All right, let's quickly go through the other organs. Lungs, cut and flipped. Look at that soft texture. Stomach, liver, cut, fray checked and flipped. We've got silky and soft. Next step is to stuff all these guys. This one is my gallbladder. I'm using the old finger and chopstick method. I don't want it to be too full because I don't want it to stick out too far off of the sweater, so maybe just like a light stuffing. Stuff the old heart valve. Stuffing my stomach, but
not with food. And now I'm hungry, of course.
What kind of snacks do I have I can eat while I'm editing? No, I can't. Focus up. Liver time. I'm stuffing this liver like I'm a goose making some foie gras. I don't love how much this organ resembles the liver. It's the same color, but it was supposed to be purple. Take a deep breath and fill up your lungs. Fill them. Fill them! So the three organs that make sense when you say you're filling them is your heart, right? You fill it with love, lungs with breath, stomach with food. But what about your pancreas? I don't think we talk about pancreases that much. We don't fill them with anything. If we do fill them with something, I don't want to know what it is. It's something gross because it's your pancreas. Everything is now stuffed, and here is the sweatshirt that it will be attached to. It's very wide, so I have lots of space long ways to figure out where I want to put stuff, but not very long, which is how I figured out that I do not have room for my lower intestines. This is a rib, believe it or not. It doesn't look like a rib. It's going to be embroidered later, and it still won't look like a rib, but shh, go to sleep. It's okay. That's where the ribs go, I guess. That looks pretty far apart. Where should I put the collarbones? I know someone's thinking, you didn't measure what you're putting on here before you did it? Have you met me? No, I just make stuff and then we just figure out how to make it work, because who has time to measure each individual organ before putting them on a sweater? Come on, not me. I didn't even check to make sure that the sweater was facing the right way before I started sewing stuff on top of it. Lungs up here, whoa.
These lungs are a little bit bigger than I thought they were going to be.
Not a lot of space for anything else, and I'm not entirely loving the back background for these organs, which is kind of a problem because the whole sweater is black. Got liver, pancreas, stomach, gallbladder goes down underneath the liver. Is this liver upside down? Luckily, nothing is getting attached right now. We're just going to try and figure things out. I have lots of room on this other side.
Can't make these lungs any smaller.
All right, the heart goes like right on top. Oh, hey, Bo. Of these lungs, whatever this organ is, I really need to look that up before I post this. And the gallbladder. Is that it? In order to make this thing look more interesting, I chose to use a peach soft fabric to make like a body cavity that all of these organs can live in. I've attached the body cavity. I have also attached these beautiful lungs and started to embroider the lung sacs on here. There's going to be some up here as well, obviously, and some on this side. And the bones of the collar are attached. And this is when I realize that it is on the back of the sweater and have to take the tags out. That's all right. I'll figure something out. It'll still be fine. After eating lunch, I come back to find a cat laying on my sweater. He normally likes to sleep on anything I'm working on, and now that I only have the bed to use as a surface area, he really feels invited to become part of my art.
Now you're going to be trapped in there with the organs, because I'm using tulle to keep them in there. Just wait until I sew you inside.
You don't like that? Well, bro, seriously, I need you to get out of here. Cat claws and tulle do not go well together.
Neither does the world's sandpaperiest tongue.
Needless to say, I had to get a whole new piece of tulle to attach onto this body cavity. I'm going to use this very vibrant embroidery thread because I just think it looks really cool on this light pink. So this is going to go all the way around this body cavity, and I'm going to use a very decorative stitch called chain stitch, bringing my embroidery in here because I wanted to have this color really stick out, and it's gonna end up making a really neat kind of window effect. I'm guessing because the top of this cavity piece is rounded, it's got an arch like a window. So once I embroider all the way around this thing, it starts to look like it's the edge of a fancy window. Might also be because these lung sacs kind of look like tree branches. So it almost looks like we're looking outside of the window. My rib cages are not sewn on yet. Hopefully they'll look better with some embroidery on them too. Should be going on top of the lungs, but I'm going to put them beside the lungs. I am kind of sad it's covering up a little bit of this embroidery though. So before I ruin this sweater with the ribs, I just wanted to get kind of a look at what it looks like without the ribs on here. It looks pretty cool, but I really want to have some more bones down here because I only have those bones up there on the collar. That's kind of weird. Hi, dogs and cats. I can't sew this whole thing on the mannequin, but I can get it secured before I sew it on the bed. Now they are attached, so I'll be able to sew them when I take the sweater off. And looking at this now, that left one is a little bit lower. I didn't see that when I took this off. That's okay. It's not that noticeable, and the necklace really makes it. Let's take this off because I need to sew the actual rib parts with embroidery, so there'll be separated ribs. Ooh la la! Watch out for my mannequin. She does have undergarments on. This is still PG. Not so big reveal. It's done. Here are my ribs. Some of the top ones are sticking out. It did end up pretty bulky, but what are you gonna do? I got these dumb bazooms under here, so it's not gonna be flat anyway. Ugh. Maybe if I put my hair up, it'll look a little less bulky. Let's find out. And now I'm suffocated by the lungs. That's pretty ironic that the lungs are suffocating me. Let's also maybe try a different filter. It's so bright in this bathroom that the light is just not great. You know, I don't have any way around this. Obviously, I'm gonna love this thing regardless because it just took me
so long to make it.
I like the colors. I like how the colors turned out. It's kind of dumb that you can't feel any of these textures that I made these organs out of because of the tool on top, but I liked the effect of the tool. What can I say? Oh, my heart's falling down. Stick that back up there. It is attached. They're all sewn on. I just used the tool as like a, I don't know, creepy, like transparent skin or something. I can't feel my pancreas. I can feel the gallbladder. It's kind of rigid. I can't see anything in this filter. Oh well. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Yeah, the ribs are a little wonky. I'm sorry. I ran out of energy to put into this thing. But it is done. It's done. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.